the story. It was a hot summer's day. The ceiling fan rotated so lazily. My best friend was on her laptop watching reruns of The Office. And me? I was watching outside the window, a fly crawling across the windowsill. It was moving so slowly and pausing, and then it fell over to its side. The fly was as still as death. I stared out the window and I sighed. You know, I never knew what it's like to be a sandwich. My best friend closed her laptop and looked at me ever so strangely. You don't know. You don't want to know what it's like. She spoke as if she had prior experience as being a sandwich, but I brushed it off my shoulder and I said, you know, knowing is half the battle, Lena. And she asked me, and what is this battle of? And I told her, it's the battle of a sandwich. That's why I like to commemorate sandwiches and their special relation to who we are as people. I'll start with the history, then I'll go on to the struggles of being a sandwich, and then I'll finish off with my personal relationship to sandwiches by talking about the club I have. Back then, when people didn't know what a sandwich was, there was an Earl. He was the 4th Earl, and he was doing some Earl things, you know, whatever Earls do. Now, I'm guessing they're playing some poker, and he really wanted a way to eat his meat without getting his hands dirty. And so he would ask his valet, oh, please give me 2 slices of bread with some meat and maybe some cheese. Wait, no, don't put cheese, I just want the meat and the bread. But he found that so tiring to say every time that he wanted it. Ergo, he came up with the term sandwich, as his name was Earl of Sandwich. And so it caught on pretty quickly, and the term became much more efficient to use. And that's why we have that term today, and we don't have to put out a long list of what we want. Now, it's not easy to be a sandwich. See, back in Boston, there was a case deciding the definition of a sandwich. It happened in White City Shopping Center, and the Panera Bread Company had some kind of lease with the shopping center saying they cannot have any other sandwich shops. What had happened was that a Mexican grill opened up next by, and they were trying to make them leave. They were saying that a burrito was a sandwich, and the lawyer in their defense said, a burrito is not a sandwich. On the defense of A, the dictionary defines a sandwich as 2 slices of bread and some kind of meat inside. And B, it's common sense. You know, this wouldn't be the first time that Mexicans got discriminated against. I'm just saying. And now I'd like to look at a sandwich club, which I started in my school with my best friend. It's affiliated with another club called the John Club, which is 2 people named John and other people who are not named John. And therefore, the sandwich club arose out of that. You know, 2 slices of bread and everything that's not bread. And it's kind of like the stone soup story. You know, when people come with different ingredients and they combine it all, that's what the sandwich club is about. We assign each people to get a certain ingredient on a specific day, sandwich day we would call it. And therefore we had our sandwich club. And it grew a lot of, there's a lot of adherence to our club now, especially because my best friend became president and made it school-wide last year before we left. We had an official sandwich day at my school. Now my personal preferences to a sandwich, you know, I like everything except I'm pro mustard. Just because mayonnaise is so phonetically controversial in the sandwich community. Mayonnaise, mayonnaise, which probably explains my distaste for caramel, and I just don't mess with it. But I'll end with this. I've come to realize that I do know what it is like to be a sandwich. And the struggle it has is an identity that I also have myself. And I hope you guys will come to that realization too, and that you'll never look at your sandwiches the same way again. Thank you.